Anne.
Bye.
Bye, Florrie.
I want a word with you.
Oh?
What about the mission?
The mission? What do you mean?
Well, I mean, it's high time some folk round here took a bit more interest.
Mrs. Sharples, the mission's no concern of mine.
Oh, so that's your attitude, is it?
No, it's just that I've got quite enough to do as it is.
And I suppose you're too busy with shop.
Well, I haven't given it much thought.
No, that's half the trouble round here. Well, it's no good as having a mission here if it's only used for committee meetings and children's parties.
Well, what do you suggest, Mrs. Sharples?
Well, you could start by using it on a Sunday, couldn't you? And you, too.
Well, I might be able to manage.
And I want no half promises either. The way you're going on, you're asking for trouble.
Trouble?
Yes, trouble.
Mrs. Sharples, if it means so much to you, I might be able to come, but I can't say I'm going to be in trouble if I can't manage.
I'll tell you. You're just asking for eternal damnation, and don't come crying to me if it happens.
I suppose you'll be in the other place by then.
I want a jar of meat paste.
Large or small?
Now, look, I'm not giving a party.
A small jar it is, then.
Well, you can put that right back for a start. I'm not paying through the nose for a fancy label.
How do you mean?
Well, you've got a special offer at Winder, haven't you? I'll take that.
Small jar it is. We've got a special on tin spaghetti. Would you like some of that or no?
I've got what I come for.
Well, they say it's very good for the figure. That's just right, Mrs. Sharples. Ta-ra.
Hello, Mrs.
I hope
Sharples.
you've made no plans for Sunday. I'm expecting to see you at the mission.
Eh?
It's you, is it? I thought the roof had fallen
Oh,
in.
I'm very sorry, Mrs. Sharples. It was the buckets.
Buckets? It's a bit late for that sort of thing, isn't it? Yeah.
Well, you did say you needed help, so I came straight from work. I didn't bother with tea because I knew there'd be a lot to do.
Oh, well, there needn't be if folk could take a bit more interest.
I think we'd better clean the windows as well as the floor.
If you think I'm risking my life cleaning windows, you're very much mistaken. I'm not standing on no chairs for nobody.
They are quite dirty, Mrs. Sharples.
Oh, well, I'll have to stay like that until we can find some more help. And what's the panic, any road?
It's Mr. Hodges. I told you he'd be taking over the mission.
Oh, aye.
It's very important for us to make a good impression.
Yes, but that doesn't explain why you're rushing about with mops and buckets as though you expect it in the next 5 minutes.
Well, I found out this afternoon. He's coming to preach his first sermon on Sunday.
On Sunday? My, come, if he's coming here on Sunday, we must get the whole of Coronation Street here and all. It's about time you showed your face.
Well, I've got other things to do, you know.
Oh, have you? I suppose we're last on your list.
Gum, you haven't done much, have you?
No, we've been hanging back, so there'll leave some for you to do. Come on, you can get on with this.
Well, give me time to get me coat off.
Oh, Mrs. Longhurst. I am glad you were able to come.
By gum, there's been some rough words round here if she hadn't.
Here's the milk stout, Mrs. Sharples. You know, now that Mrs. Longhurst's here, I do think we can get the windows cleaned as well.
It'll take more than milk stout to get me on windows.
It would be nice, though, Ena. Perhaps Martha could do them. Do what? Well, you always do the windows at the Rovers, Martha.
And what's that got to do with it? I suppose you're just going to sit yourself down and watch.
Well, we're going to get out then if you're going to stand around and talk about it all night.
Well, and here's me thinking you have it all finished by this time. Don't tell me you've come to do some scrubbing. Hardly that, love. This seems to be the only place where there's out happening tonight.
Your services have been most welcome, Mrs. Tanner. We've only got until Sunday to get the cleaning done.
No, love, I just think I'll sit here and watch.
Now, look here, Elsie, Anna, we are not putting on a floor show for your benefit.
No, but from what I hear, you're putting on one for the new preacher, aren't you? Hey, don't you come that game with us.
No. If you're talking about a bigger congregation, you're right. And I shall expect you here and all.
Well, there's no harm in hoping, is there?
I said expect, not hope.
Will you be playing the organ?
What's that got to do with it?
Oh, forget it. I don't know what's wrong with me tonight. Chica there.
She wants to watch her step as she finds herself landed with more trouble than she can handle.
She did seem a bit depressed, though.
Yes, and so will I if I don't see some work going on round here. Come on.
And just what might you be going to do?
Me? I'm going to start opening these bottles. Have you any objection?